Alright, so here we go. First video I have posted in a long time. I've been very busy with work, among other things, and I also have purchased a new house. So, of course, that means that I had to move a lot of shit, and more importantly, it means I had to move a lot of freaking arcade games, which was a nightmare. But, however, I do have one of my all-time, long-time, I guess, goals, which is I finally have a basement arcade. So this is a video just kind of documenting the process of me getting it set up. It's currently a mess, as you will see. You're not going to see anything running because I think as of right now I only have 2 games plugged in, and one of them being Super GT, and I guess the other one was I think I had poppin' music going. But anyways, a lot of moving around, a lot of grunting and groaning moving these machines. Had to actually get a skid steer involved at one point. That's a story for another day. But anyway, I just want to kind of document this. As I said, this is actually the main room here. Just came down the stairs, and it's kind of laid out how I see it being in the end state. We have the Super GT over here. You pan around. X-Men's kind of sitting there. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. It's in front of the double doors that I had to install to get all of these games in here. So, yeah, I had to cut a big ass hole in the new house I just bought to install a double door, and as of today I have the double door, and I still have the single door over there, which I'm not even sure why they put that in a basement, but there it is. Panning around, I got my Dirt Devils and one of my Daytonas. I still have another Daytona twin in storage. One is here though. I'm glad to have it. That's one of my favorite games. And you rotate around. There's the steps we just came down. I kind of got a Bimani wall going here. Not sure if I'm going to keep that like that or try to break it up. Obviously the Guitar Freaks and the Drum Mania will need to stay together because they're linked machines, but I may try to break it up and put something besides the poppin' music there on the end. I'm not sure. I don't know. Might just be something. Keep it fresh, kind of break up the games. Over here, I have my big Sega banner, Sega Amusements USA. It was pretty cool, but Strike Fighter is sitting over here in a space that is, well, it's really kind of a waste of space right now because there's, this basement was actually, you have to forgive the clutter, I still haven't fully put everything away, but the basement was plumbed, or it's set to build a bathroom in here. So I have this pipe sticking up over here, and then over here underneath the sawhorse is a big hole in the ground. So very limited on what I can do with this space. I really wanted to kind of put maybe 3 or 4 machines over here, back to back against the walls, but it's just not working out with that pipe and everything. So Strike Fighter may or may not end up there. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. So this, like I said, this is the main room, and I guess we're going to kind of break this down into the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this being the good, you can actually move around, there's space. The machines, a nice variety in here. So, I don't know, it'll probably end state look a lot like this. Moving on to the bad. As you can see, this basement is obviously unfinished. Had to cut one beam out already just so I could get games through. This was a regular doorway, so I've got to redo all this. Probably going to put an arched opening there instead of trying to do something with a door or anything. So I've got some work to do there. Moving over here, you can see this is a very cluttered room right now. Machines are side to side, wall to wall, just really packed in here. The whole space feels kind of claustrophobic at the moment. Starting over here in the corner, we got a Daytona 2 twin. Well, they're singles, but basically a twin. My ongoing Initial D headered NASCAR cabineted wannabe Outrun 2. Virtual Cop just kind of slammed in here. Wild Widers, and then of course Crazy Taxi, and then Star Wars Trilogy. The Gauntlet, which was kind of a more recent addition right before I moved out of my old place. I picked this one up off of Craigslist. Pretty cool game. It's in good shape. The monitor's got a ton of burn in it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks great when it's running. Of course, down here you got miscellaneous crap that I've collected over the years. A bunch of seat backs, headers, and marquees and crap like that. Over here I got my two, the big girls as I like to call them. I got the Ocean Hunter and the Magical Truck Adventure. Neither one of them have their marquees on them. Neither one are hooked up. Nothing is ready to go. But there they are. I kind of like, always try to keep these two together just for, I don't know, I guess shock and awe value. I know people, the people I have over that play on game days or whatnot really enjoy the Ocean Hunter, and the Magical Truck Adventure is always, it gets a lot of play too. It's a pretty hard game. It's a very hard game actually, and it's a great workout. But you know, it's those two are always pretty popular. I like to keep them together. And then as you pan around, got an NBA Jam back there hiding behind the Ollie King skateboard platform. Got some old insulation from where I had to pull out before I installed the door. The Virtua Racing upright, which is probably the most ridiculously heavy cabinet I've ever had to move. And again, we have Strike Fighter 3 cabinet, a 3 monitor cab over there. You have two 50-inch games here, and yet this one is the complete bastard to move. Ridiculously heavy, just obnoxiously overbuilt. Typical Sega. I love them. They're great. But man, is that thing just an absolute nightmare. Also piled over here, I got my Total Carnage cabinet. No control panel on it right now. It's over in the corner somewhere, but it is complete and works. And then my Dance Freaks. So again, a lot of stuff going on in this room. Not sure how I'm gonna lay it out yet. I'm probably about the only thing I can say that's going to stay in its current space is probably the Daytona 2s, and then the two 50-inchers. Everything else is up for shuffling around. So again, this is the bad room. It's cluttered, it's full, it's packed. So I'm going to go ahead and go on and move on to the ugly. So we move past the Daytonas, past my triple door setup. Pretty sweet. Everybody should have 3 doors going into the basement. We have the ugly, which is this side room here, which I had no intention of using as any kind of arcade space, but as you can see, it is full of games. Now, if the room we just came out of is packed, and the one we first started in is a pretty nice layout with not a lot of room left in it, what does that mean? That means these are probably going to stay in here, and I'm not going to have any kind of storage space whatsoever down here in the basement. So this was intentionally, or originally intended, I think, as a storage place. It's very narrow, oddly shaped room, not really a great space, but it's going to be probably my hall of uprights once I get everything set up. As you can see, I have more spare parts. I got all my PC boards. Those are, I think, Model 2s and 3s back there. Got my stack of Model 3s here. These are all just spares, and then miscellaneous. Got a couple of spare monitors back there. Yeah, I don't know. I struggle with trying to get any more of these games out of here and into the other places just because there's not a lot of room. I was hoping to kind of keep everything in this common area, but it's just not looking like that it's going to happen. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know. I guess I can throw in this other room, the one finished room down here, which houses my current console collection and stuff. So it looks like a big mess right now, but it's just a matter of organizing. It's going to be pretty sweet once it's all finished. There's plenty of room in here. You he's just taking the time to actually get it straightened out and set up and everything displayed nicely. As you can see, I've got my kiosk here. I got the Xbox, the PS2, the GameCube, got a Sega Saturn back there, a Nintendo 64. Much like my arcade tastes, everything in here is 80s and 90s. There's really no, I don't have any newer consoles. I think the newest thing I had is an Xbox 360, which is dead, and everything else is back in mostly the 90s. I had a lot of games back in the 90s that I just kind of hung on to and collected and just let them pile up over the years, and now I have this. So yeah, anyway, rambling, but this is the state of things. Very happy to be in here, have this place, this amount of space. I know a lot of people aren't afforded this, so it's pretty cool. It's just now I've got the long and arduous task of figuring out how everything's going to fit and making it work. But yeah, I just want to throw this up on YouTube, and hopefully, I don't know, if any of you see this and have any ideas, feel free to throw them in the comments, because Lord knows I could sure use them. So, alright, take care everybody.